guys, I'm in my studio today. I've been working on the online through May that I'm doing. So I've finished that up, but I have a little project here that I want to do. I need a little gift for a friend at church, and I wanted to make her something. She loves butterflies, so I was going to make her something. And I was in here trying to get inspiration, and here's what I found. It is a mixed media. It's just a jar with a lid. You can put anything you want to in it, but the top is a mixed media of all different things, all kinds of stuff that I have collected. I'm gonna find for her. Now, I'm gonna show you where they come from, so hang on. They come from this drawer. I've already chosen them, but I just wanted you to see. You know, I probably could use that. I'll about put that over there. I've got all kinds of stuff. I have 3 drawers of things that I can pick from. Well, I actually have more drawers over here. Some of you may even recognize this. This is a magnet we had when I was growing up. But I have all kinds of things that I've collected. I love to collect any of this junk. That's what it says, miscellaneous junk, to make different projects. So I'm just going to scoot us over here real slow and get us set up. We're going to take the little wooden box that I showed you the other day. I'm going to use that for her. I did not have a jar out here. I had this. And when I finish it, if I'm not happy with it, I'm going to go somewhere else. Now, we won't need the pencils. I was working on another project for that. Nor will we need this. So I'm going to get set up here, and then I'll be right back. Okay, I'm set up now, sort of. So I'm going to tell you right now, I am using the paints that I have had for a while. I haven't been in the studio working with paints for a while. I've been doing mostly paper crafting, but I love my mixed media. I love the mixed media. So whatever I use is a very Duke's mixture of what I have. So I'll explain it to you as I go. I love Dina or Dinah Wakely, whichever one. I love her paints. I've had these for a while. They're not going to be great quality because they've been in here in the studio undisturbed for years. Now, I do absolutely adore Liquitex. It seems to stay better. This is just an acrylic on there. But I've got some blue and I've got some turquoise. I'm gonna put a little bit of brown out. It's sienna. It's not brown. It's a burnt sienna. And I'm just gonna make a mixture for this box. So all I'm gonna do right now is just paint the box. So first I'm gonna go into the blue with a little bit of that aqua. Just kind of gonna break that blue down. And if you'll see, it's not mixed well. I don't want it mixed well. I want it to be very variegated, very loose. Gonna have a little bit of both. She loves butterflies, but she also has a place on the lake. So she may want to put this on the lake. So I'm gonna use some blues and other colors. I may change my mind as I go. I never know. But I did want to get the box painted. I didn't use any water. I just mixed it all up. And just put it in there anyway. And as you see, I did not mix my paint. Don't care if I get it all over there. I just want it to be a very variegated, I guess you would say. Not going to be too fussy about it in any place. This takes a little finagling, but that's okay. We'll get it. We'll get there. I'm a messy painter. Always have been. Even when I painted in big classes, I've always been messy. But that's just who I am. I've tried to not be. I try to be neater, but that's just not Brenda. So I'm just going with Brenda. I figured out if I've lived this long, hey, I can just do what Brenda needs to do. That got in there, so I'm just going to squiggle him around in there. I am going to get a little bit of water for him in there to just kind of water it down so it's not so much work in there. I think the more variegated, the more different colors it is, the more interesting it is. I've always thought that. Never have been a real solid person. Like to paint real solid. If you ever see any of my watercolors, there's like every inch is a different color, or every half inch. See, I even picked up some of that red that I didn't know was in there, and it's fine too. That's going to be good. Now, we're not going to do anything to him but paint him. I may come back and put a little gold on him or silver or something in a little while, but we're just going to set him aside and let him dry. All right, I'm going to come back and do the top just like I did the bottom. I'm going to tell you, no lie, I got my glue gun when my daughter was 10. I remember I saved and saved and saved to get it. We were at the Crafts Unlimited at that time. And I saved and saved to get it because I wanted the industrial one. Well, I haven't turned this one on in a while. So it's going to be a surprise what this glue gun does. I'm not sure. That glue stick that's in it might have been in there for a century or so, but I'm really anxious. That thing, it's probably dying. I tell you what, I am so wanting one of the new pots that are out there. We'll put a little water in it so it goes fairly easy, fairly quick. Because I'm not going to put anything in here. It's just going to be the box. And so I'm getting all of this on here. Okay, now I'm going to turn it upside down. And I'm going to put a little more paint on here. I'm going to put another coat of paint on it after I get everything glued on here. So that's really not going to matter. Always clean out your brush. Make sure your bristles are going the right way. Get it out of the ferrule. And that's talking to myself as much as anything else. Okay, here's what I've chosen to put on the top of this box. Now, I don't know if it'll all lay on there. We may have to go get something else. We may have to take something off. I don't know, but we'll see. Now, these are just pieces this is plastic and this is just an old screw, but I needed something for the base of it. I don't want to cover the complete top of it, and I kind of want to stay away from the edges because right here's where she'll pick it up. And so that's kind of what I'm thinking about as I'm doing this. And we have a pop top I'm going to pop under here. I want to kind of get me an idea. I would love to use this little crown that's on here. I think I'm going to put him, well, I might put him, tell you what, I think I might want him to stand up some. I'm just going to get me a little idea. She does love butterflies, so I'm going to do the butterflies. And then I'm going to pop him right there. Now the crown, I'm going to turn it around to go this way. Now I don't think I need the bird. I don't want too much on it. I just want him to have a little bit. Now let's see if we did it this way, how he would look that way. We have the little bird in here. Then we'll put our little base so something's kind of coming out. We can build that up. Have the butterfly over here. And we can put this here on top of that. We can use the crown there. I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm not going to use the pop top. Okay. I know I won't get it like that again, but we're going to try. So let's see. I don't think my hot glue gun's going to work. I think it's worn out. So I'm just going to squirt out some hot glue. And I'm going to start by gluing this down first. Drying, I'm going to talk about what we're going to do. Now, I'm going to take this and I'm going to put just a touch. Now I cut the bristles off. This was an old brush. I cut the bristles off because I like to scrub with it, because you need to scrub in here with these things. So I'm going to go into this sienna, just a little bit of the sienna, and I'm going to just scrub on some. I'm just going to scrub some on them. Don't want them solid, just want a little bit on this, because they're all going to be covered up. And when I finish, I'm going to go back with my glitter glue, and I'm going to tap in some glue to reinforce all of it. Now I'm going to go back into the blues and the turquoise. Don't worry, it's going to come out just fine. Some of this darker blue. After I get through, I'm going to put some gold on it, or silver, or whatever. But I just want some of this paint. I want it to be almost appear like it's all adhered together. Now I want to kind of highlight some of the, make the turquoise stand out some. That gives it a variegated look. And when you put that burnished sienna in there, it makes it look old, like it's been there for a long time. Well, they've been in that drawer for a long time, I will tell you that. This is why I like this brush. It lets me get down into the bottoms here, where I need to be. I'm going to dry that paint. Find my smaller brush, and I'm going to get down in here. Notice I did not put any water in it. I want to get down in here into the bottom part. Let me get before. It's all nice and dry. And just kind of back up and re-go. We painted the base. We didn't want it to be solid. I'm going to put another coat on here, but not yet. I want to finish this other. We also painted the top. We will put another coat on it. But first, before I do that, let me paint the sides better. Put another little coat on here. Because once this is done, I want it to be done. Once the gilded is on there, I want it to be gilded. So we're going to, as I say, I haven't painted in a while. I am going to. I've got a project. I'll tease you a little bit. It's a Christmas project. It's with watercolor. It's going to be lots of fun. Y'all can follow along with it if you want to. I'm going to do that pretty quick. So if you do want to paint them, you can by Christmas, because it's a Christmas project. There we go. All right. Let's give that another quick little blow. Now, what I have here is just some gold. You can use any gold you have. You can use the buffing gold. You can use any gold that you have. I just happen to have, I have gleamers, I have Bow Bunny. You know, I have a little bit of Duke's mixture of everything. And I'm using a little bit of it all. I like to mix the metals. So I'm going to just burnish it with some gold. I'm even going to come down here and burnish. And it's wet on wet. I'm doing this wet on wet. I want to make my little ring a little more gold. There we go. I'm burnishing it. It's wet on wet, so it's going to be burnished. Got a little liquid here going. And then I'm going to go into some silver. I have some silver. I've got Wakely and Bow Bunny that I had. And let me tell you, I am shocked that these paints work. Because since I've been with May, I have not painted. I've been doing paper crafts and linen and lace and everything. So I'm really surprised, pleasantly surprised that some of this is still kicking. Because it doesn't, I'm just surprised. I am pleasantly surprised. I am so happy that it is. But I'm just burnishing it all around. I want to make sure I get a little bit of silver, a little bit of gold on it all. I think that is finished. So let's go back and put this coat on here while we're talking. Let's just put this coat on here. I'm going to go back into my turquoise and my blue, and I'm going to put me a second coat on there. Scrub it in. This is one of my old brushes. I just didn't pick up the other brush. You can do it any way you want to. This one I'll have to scrub it in because the bristles are short. But you know, it kind of gives it a neat, nice little look. I had a thought about what I'm going to do around the edge of the bottom. I'm going to take some of this gold. I'm going to mix them. And I'm just going to edge it ever so lightly. I'm not going to stress about it. I just want it to be edged. All right, this is done. I am going to sign it. I'm going to sign it in gold. And I'm going to sign it in the bottom. And I'm only going to sign it with a B. Just a B. Always sign your work. Even when you make cards, sign your work. Put a little down at the bottom, on the back, front, inside, wherever. Put your name on it. Put the date. That always means something to me when I get a card that's signed. So, pretty much dry, y'all. Here we go. There it is. I think I'm going to call this the bird box. I don't know why. The butterfly is the main star, but I love the bird that's on it. So we could call it the bird box, or the butterfly box, either one. So this was a great little adventure. So till next time.